I know scones are not Middle Eastern, but hear me out. Most people expect fruit, but today we're using melty halloumi cheese and fragrant za'atar. You still get that golden scone crunch, but with a warm, savory center that is genuinely simple. So let's get into it. Let's start with our halloumi first. Dry it really well with a kitchen towel or a kitchen cloth, then cut it into small, bite-sized cubes. My halloumi is not very salty, but if yours is, here's a quick tip for you. Give it a quick boil first for 5 to 10 minutes, then cut it into cubes. Just make sure you dry it really well afterward because we don't want any extra water getting into the dough. Now that's looking good. Once it is done, set it aside because we're going to start working on the dough. For this, we will need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and for our special ingredient, 4 teaspoons of za'atar. Now give everything a quick mix to combine. If you have never tried za'atar before, it is one of the most popular seasoning in the Levant. It is made with wild thyme, sumac, sesame seeds, and other herbs, and it has this amazing earthy, tangy, nutty flavor that works incredibly well with halloumi. You can substitute it with thyme, but I really do advise you to find the nearest store and get you some za'atar and try it out for yourself. Now go ahead and cut 1 stick of cold butter into bite-sized pieces. Scones depend heavily on cold butter. And here's a tip for you. Keep it in the fridge until the very last minute. That's the secret to flaky layers. Add it to the flour mixture and toss it around to coat the cubes. Then use a potato masher or a fork to work it into the flour until you have small crumbs. To that, add 1 cup of halloumi and gently fold it through. Then place the bowl in the fridge while we prepare the wet ingredients. We want to keep the butter nice and cold. For the wet ingredients, add 1 large cold egg, lightly beaten, half a teaspoon of vanilla to half a cup of heavy cream. Whisk it really well. Once you're done, pour it into the dry ingredients gradually. You may not need every last drop depending on your flour. The dough should be moist but not wet. Gently mix everything together with a spatula until it starts to come together. And I don't advise to use your hands because you will warm the butter up. Your dough should look something like this. Transfer it to a clean surface. Then fold it over itself a few times until it forms a rough dough. Then shape it into a circle. Try not to overwork it because again, we don't want the butter warming up. If the dough feels too sticky, sprinkle some flour on it, and if it's too dry, add some of your wet mixture. Just look at these little pieces of halloumi peeking through the za'atar dough. They get perfectly melty as they bake and add so much flavor to every bite. Cut it into triangles. I like to make 8 because they are the perfect size in my opinion. But if you like bigger scones, smaller scones, nobody is stopping you. Now transfer these beautiful savory scones onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Brush the tops with heavy cream, then sprinkle a little extra za'atar over each one. That extra layer adds even more flavor and makes them look gorgeous once baked. Here is a fun fact for you. Zaatar was traditionally believed to help with memory and focus, which is why so many moms in the Levant loved feeding it to their kids. Have you ever tried zaatar before? Let me know in the comments. And if these savory halloumi and zaatar scones are something you would love to try, don't forget to give this video a like. Now pop them into the fridge for 20 minutes while you preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Bake for about 20 minutes or until they are beautifully golden. And look at these. The scones have puffed up beautifully and turned golden around the edges. They are crisp on the outside, soft in the inside, and every bite is packed with halloumi and fragrant zaatar. Honestly, if you have only ever tried sweet scones, this savory version might surprise you. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more easy, delicious recipes. And let me know in the comments, would you try these or are you more of a sweet scone person? Thank you for watching. Me is Mary and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.